Alright, we just recorded episode 807 of Far Lands or Busts, so this is going to be Far Lands or Busts stream 2020-12-04, number 807.5. And it was a real weird episode, and then we lost some internet connection or something midway through. So I hope that doesn't happen here, because I don't record these. These I just rip straight from Twitch's server to transfer to YouTube. So if the polls become wobbly again, then we might have to bail. Ejection seat. All right, let's get started. Woof! There it is. All right. Honestly, I was truly, when we started recording episode 807 and there was that pumpkin up ahead, I'm like, uh-oh. Did I load, like, the wrong save? I don't remember there being a pumpkin above the hidey hole. So I sure hope that we didn't. But, yeah, let's continue on. It's been. That's all I can say. And I can't say it in tune, or I'll get a DMCA takedown. It has been a year, a week, a month. Been everything. Not sure. Just not sure if I can handle it anymore. Oh man, stop doing that. Sorry. So, hello. If you're watching this on YouTube, might I suggest some other fine programming to my left in your recommended feed, because this one, woo, I got nothing. Hands are dumb. Yeah, it can be. Woo, surfing. Uh-oh, did I not pick up Wolfie? No, there he is. All right. Thoughts on the monoliths? Well, I mean, the first one was interesting, because it had been up there for like 5 years or something like that. But then the rest are just copycats. And like, poor quality copycats. Yeah, Flob did it first. Yeah, we have many monoliths. We even have a flashback with a monolith. So yeah, and apparently didn't, like, the first one, like, locals who were angry that there were a bunch of dang hippie tourists showing up to look at the monolith took it down or whatever. Or at least that's what I saw in the headline. Gosh knows that if you read a headline, you can't just trust that as the verbatim facts of the story. But at least I saw a headline that said, we now know what happened to that first monolith. The locals took it down. Click here to read more. Art. It's art. It's definitely not aliens. I did see, like, I hate brand Twitter, but I did see Southwest Airlines, like, photoshopped, like, row numbers onto it. And we're like, oh, we've been looking for that. If you've ever flown Southwest Airlines, you'd have gotten that joke. It's because they don't have assigned seating. You just line up according to your check-in number. And then at the gate, there's these steel monoliths that tell you where to stand. And they are reminiscent of the kind of, you know, blank stainless steel sort of structure. And if you, whatever, checked in and you're in group A26, then you line up between the 0 and the 25, or the 25 and the 29, or whatever. I too am a blank stainless steel sort of structure. Well, I wish I was stainless. Whew! Can't. Didn't quite spring for the stainless style of steel. Not that fancy sort of store-bought dirt. That's all loaded full of nutrients. Can't compete with that. So yes, that's what I think of the monoliths. At the end of the month, like the 21st, apparently Jupiter and Saturn are supposed to be really close to each other. It would be very neat to, like, be... I gotta look, maybe... There was an idea when I'm completely blank on ideas on what to stream. I'm like, oh, I should stream Stellarium or something. And, like, see what's in the night sky, and, fast forward to that date to actually see how close they get to each other. But it'd be cool to see them, like, both in the same field of view through a telescope. This is wistful and wishful thinking. That I'll have a clear day, or night, rather, to be able to do any sort of telescopic observing, although it's clear tonight. But yeah, that would be neat. And that would be, like, use number 1 of the telescope for the year 2020. That'll be neat. The space news. Cone Dodger. But no, seriously, Simpsons is sad. Is it sad? I don't remember it being sad. I remember it being kind of boring and slow and mopey. Like the first 2 seasons. You also have to remember that, like, there weren't 18 minutes worth of commercials to fit into a half-an-hour show. So, like, the episodes are a lot longer. It's so dark. I think I knew too many actual families like that. Oh. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched old Simpsons. It's been... I mean, I know there was the one where, like, their babysitter was, like, a serial killer or something like that. That's pretty dark. Woof. I miss when everything wasn't a Disney IP. Yeah. I mean, we're gonna let The Mandalorian, half man, half DeLorean, finish out its season. They're not doing the free... We watched the first season of Mandalorian with the free trial, but they're not doing the free trial anymore. Last I heard, you can get a free trial with, like, a Xbox X Stream Pass or whatever the latest subscription video game scam is. I think you can get on top of that, like, a Disney Plus Cream pass cream. That's a different video service, Cone. I think again, that's like a headline that I read in my papers. That was like, get Disney Plus with an Xbox All Access trial or $5 or something. So it's like cheaper than like subscribing to Disney for real. And then you can just cancel it. Some of us are the same people. All of you are the same people. Do you notice when we're both streaming? Ooh. Does GF also eat GF bread? Yes. Because it's the only bread we buy. Although, no, I take that back. I don't personally mind, but she tries to get her own bread because it's like $1 as opposed to $7. Oop, that's the wrong way. But I'm like, I really don't mind. Like, bread is bread. And now that we're producing our own bread, it's pure profits. You just put all the ingredients in the bread maker and it's free bread. That's how the economy works. Bread futures are looking up. Ah, yes, I did. I had to change that because the that emote was replaced by the cars. It's free bread estates. The bread is rising. True, compared to buying loaves of gluten-free bread, it is free. I did just order like many pounds of gluten-free flour. From Bob's Red Mill. Like direct from them. Like you can buy. They have like 25-pound bags. I didn't go that far. I just got a package of 4-pound bags. Because I haven't found anywhere that sells big enough bags like that. And we keep just running through them all. Particularly after my hamburger bun fails. Is gluten-free bread still yeasted? It is, indeed. It is still requires ye old yeast. What am I doing? I don't need... And that's how it doth rise. It does, the thing that it does require is Xanthum gum, which is, as the name implies, a gummy gluten replacement that like keeps the whole thing stuck together. Xanax bread. I wish. I'm still running into the problem where like the insides aren't cooked enough. It's still good, but if I cook it any longer, like if I have the bake cycle any longer, it'll burn the outsides. That's reminding me of something. Oh, Zatarans? Those, a lot of those. Not all of them, but a lot of those rice boxes are gluten-free. The yellow rice, the jambalaya, the Spanish rice. There was like a lime and cilantro rice that was good, but now I can't find anywhere ever again. Sponsored. Yeah, I had to, for that sponsored stream, I had to write an invoice. And I'm like, invoice number 001. So yeah, that shows how professional and business-like I am. A HelloFresh. Oh yeah, the girlfriend tried HelloFresh. I mean, that's the one you still have to make all the stuff. Which is why we didn't continue that. I had the one where it just gives you all the stuff, like, made. For a while. Here's some cheese. True, yeah. They do rely a lot on the cheese for flavors, don't they? I mean, you'd have to look for the vegan, vegetarian options. I suppose. Here's some fake cheese. Well, here's some nut cheese. Excuse me? Doesn't sound appetizing at all. The only good vegan cheese that we've found is the Daiya mac and cheese. But the yellow cheese, the cheddar, not the white cheese mac and cheese, the yellow cheese. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. It's also gluten-free, the noodles, so that helps. But yeah, no, I like when Whole Foods had like 50% off frozen pizzas. I grabbed a handful of gluten-free ones because they're like down to almost double the price of normal pizzas now. That's a deal. I got one of the Daiya ones, and yeah, no, it's no good pizza cheese. How many frozen pizzas fit in your hand? Well, I suppose I was using that as a replacement for the number 5. I feel like a handful of anything that doesn't actually fit in your hand should be 5 of that thing. Granted, the vast majority of people have 5 fingers on each hand. Right, that's what I mean. If speaking truly of things that don't fit in your hand, like frozen pizzas, badgers, scented candles, a handful is 5. This, and you wonder why I still decided not to put chat overlay on these streams. I can't let them know you're hilarious. I'm the hilarious one here. I'm the only reason to tune in. Oh, gosh, that scared the bejeebus out of me. Ooh, that's another thing. Never eat a whole frozen pizza and then go back and look at the nutritional info. You're going to be in for a real sad time. A real sad time. Because you'd like to think that a whole pie is one serving. But it ain't. That's 3 meals. Well, they want you to believe it's 5 meals. And each serving is 400 calories. But listen. If you can't do the math in your head, it doesn't count. That's what I always said. I did once get a pizza, gluten-free pizza. I think the brand was Beyond the Bun. No, Beyond the Grain, Against the Grain. And like, that was the worst. It was like, one slice is like, there were like 6 servings, and like one slice is a serving of like a gluten-free size pizza, and like one slice was like 500 calories and had like 80% of your daily sodium intake. And I'm like, I just ate the whole thing. Oops. Am I gonna die? Yeah, I've never seen one that bad ever again. I obviously don't buy those anymore. Yeah, that's another thing. We've started making our own. That way, there's no nutritional label that can confuse or distract us at all. But yeah, we can make our own. With the bread maker has a dough setting where it just does the mixing part. And you just throw all the stuff in and it makes the dough, and then you take out the dough, and then you make the pizza. That worked out quite well the last time. And yeah, it definitely ends up being better than the frozen pizza. You know what's in it. I don't know what's in it though. So then I buy the sauce, I buy the pepperonis, cheese. Wangiet. Ever made your own sauce? We did, with the tomatoes we made. So literally, pure profit. Free tomatoes. We grew a whole bunch of tomatoes, had a whole bunch, so the girlfriend made pizza sauce. And we made our own pizza dough and pizza sauce. Milked the cows, churned the butter. No, but yeah, we did. I'm a tomato man now. I'm a man made of tomatoes. I will say, those dried up pretty quick, in that I'm obviously now back to purchasing tomatoes at the grocery store. So yeah, it was like that pizza making game. That was horrible and bad and stupid. The cooking simulator. Except we didn't have a food processor. We did it the way Grandma taught us, in that she didn't teach us at all. If you let the pizzas get too ripe, they'll start to grow pineapples on them. This is not a good way down. All right, we dig. Oh, I thought that stayed floating. It most certainly did not. Most certainly did not. So yeah, no video games to play. Like I said, there's a bunch might be exaggerating, but at least a few, like itch.io games. There's a website called Warp Door. I guess it's like a blog, but it like posts strange, unusual, and interesting games, indie games from itch.io. Spawner! And that's honestly where I hear about a lot of the weird games I play. And there have been a few posted there that seem interesting. But even like that... Oh! That was almost... I mean, we've done that before, where we've fallen in, but... I don't know why I didn't think that that would happen. Yeah, like even that, where it's like, okay, those itch.io video games are all fun and games, but it's like, that you gotta like, they only... Holy Moses, that was almost another disaster. Good googly moogly. This place is dangerous. It's like it's a spawner or a dungeon or something. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the itch.io games are like, oh okay, like you play through one in like 20 minutes on stream. And then you gotta like completely reset and like find another one. Like that can be, in and of itself, a bit draining and exhausting. And I know, boo-hoo, video games. But, so yeah, even that I'm like turned off of at this juncture. Huh. One chest, huh? That's how you're gonna do me, huh? I will not stand! I mean, I will stand, but only moments later for this outright disrespect. Sounds like the winter Kerchemak I know. Oodly? Wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, I'm also going the wrong way. Oh, I should make some beds, too. Winter mode Kerchemak. Whoa. Whoa. Like, sad and... can't find any video games to play and... Hibernation mode. Yeah, it has indeed correlated with the chill in the weather and the clouds and the lack of sun, maybe. I've tried vitamin D and it don't like I don't feel like it does what it alleges to do. And I am, like I mentioned, very slowly, because everything in the medical field takes ages, very slowly kind of adjusting some of the medication I'm on. Which is another thing to add to the brain. Probably not the best of time to be doing that too, right? Like I maybe should have thought of that sooner. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, the quality of the light here in Seattle, like I mentioned, the sun goes nee, and then it's like gone. It like never rises above what is traditionally like 9 a.m. height in the sky. Oop. It's too many sticks. It's not far off from Winter Pontiac Solstice already. I know, but we gotta get through Honda Days and Toyotathon before we get to the Pontiac Solstice. Word jokes. Ghosts. Oh, well, it's probably a spawner. Definitely a spawner, but can't see it. Woo! I don't get why people are scared of ghosts. They're already dead. And so will you! Nerds. Ah. You know what I do hate? In another uplifting topic, YouTube music. It's a real bad time. I mean, I don't know how much of that was my old phone being old and broken. But yeah, it's not good. It's not, certainly not as good as Google Music was. The thing like, it does annoying things. Like, it doesn't, at least for me, and again, might have been my phone, it doesn't start auto-playing again after you, like, reconnect to a Bluetooth device. So you gotta, like, open it back up and push play. Which is quite annoying. For both, like, my car and I have a little Bluetooth speaker here. Like the randomize feature is random in that it randomizes once, and like every time you randomize a playlist, it just that random order is the random order it will always play, not randomly. At least in my experience. Although maybe that's more. I think that's like a radio station when I'm like on an artist and I hit radio, it just lines up all the same songs. I don't necessarily use playlists. It also, like, hides the search feature. As opposed to it being, like, at the top, like it was on Google Play Music. It's like, you gotta click on the magnifying glass, and then the prompt comes up. Yeah, it also fights with normal YouTube. Is I think a lot of the problems I run into. Like if I watch a YouTube video on my phone or my tablet, it'll forget what song it was playing or something, and or like won't autoplay when I reconnect to a Bluetooth device. I think that's what's causing the reconnection, play on reconnection problem. Oh, that's the other thing. That's the other thing. Yeah, it like tried to first sign me into, like when I was transferring my accounts, it like first tried to sign me into the KurtJMac YouTube account. And then I'm like, no. But then the KurtJMac YouTube account is the one that has YouTube Bread. And my personal account is the one where I had Google Play. I can't remember how I fixed that. But I think I maybe I haven't, and that's why it sucks, but... The YouTube bread hasn't risen. How long have I been doing this? I just let them live separate lives. Yeah, I still have the Kurt Indeed account. Should log into that to make sure nobody's, like, sniped it. Is this a Kurtathon? No. Like I said, it's Toyotathon. No, we recorded an episode, and now we're just chilling. Doing a casual Farlands or Bust stream. And then I'll probably call it sometime soon here. We had some connectivity issues, which seems, now that I've said it, to have resolved themselves earlier. I'm just trying to get my flow back. I mean, that's assuming I ever had any sort of flow or anything with streaming and stuff. Oh no, here it is. I looked over where I normally have my water, and it wasn't there, so I'm like, dang it, I forgot to bring it in here again. But no, it was over here. It's fine. Thirsty. Not to say I'm a creature of habit or anything. Not good habits either. Do I need? I guess. I don't know if it'll help. Thank you. I don't know if it'll help, but maybe one of the things I should do to get back to is taking a shower every morning. listen, this year has been tough on a lot of people for a lot of reasons. But then again, it's like in the back of my head, I'm like, well, there's just another thing that I need to add to my daily list of tasks of things that I still am mentally incapable of ordering correctly. Stink lines. But then again, I don't know. Because obviously I'm not making enough time for things even without it. Your hair is going nuts, Cone. Ow! My hair keeps stabbing me in the open wounds. Bed sores. When was the last time you bathed yourself? You've got open wounds. Smell like almonds in here. It's getting gangrenous. Ah. So yeah, I don't know. Basically what I'm saying is, I don't know. We've lost him. Yep, he's gone. I mean, we kind of reined it in from the episode recording. But now it's gone back down the tubes. Ooh. Oh, that's certain death. Don't do that. Okay. On the boats. I mean, also the thing, maybe we need to just get out. Which is why it's like, well, the car show thing is halfway canceled, but let's still go and drop off some toys and drive around a racetrack very, very slowly. Because it's something to do. Get out of the house. But yeah, one of the things we're like, instead of Christmas gifts, maybe we get each other a trip. Just like out to the coast or something for a weekend or a night even. Change of scenery, change of pace. Are Airbnbs safe? I hear North Carolina's nice. Within driving distance. I've been doing multi-hour walks. That's the thing. I do walks with Juno, but then the days I do walks with Juno, it's like, well, I don't have time to stream or work on the car. You've had good luck with Airbnbs this year. When have you stayed in Airbnb? It's not my business. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming they're kind of hurting for business. Speaking of business, but also, I mean, before this all went down, like Airbnb was getting some real crap slung at it for a lot of the markets they're in, like Chicago, and like all the scams that are just like running without any sort of oversight. The old poop house. I mean, yeah, that and just like legitimate like scams. People paying money and then, oop, house not here. No refund. Good luck. Beans Fridge Poop House. That's gonna be the name of our next character creator person. Write that down. Somebody make a note. Beans Fridge McPoop House. The third. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Like Airbnbs. Like, are hotels even things anymore? Like, I don't... just get the tiny cabins. Yeah, no, I mean, the problem Mindcrack and Good and everybody always runs into is that they try to find the cheapest house that can hold 20 people, and that's just the worst. Yeah, I've had the best luck when it's just like a couples retreat, or even like in Phoenix, I had to stay in a few times just on my own for like a place to live for a month. So yeah, go somewhere for a night, take Juno with, so find a dog-friendly one. Sit back in front of a campfire and read my poetry books. Call back to the episode, callback right there. I lived in an Airbnb for 100 days. Yeah, I was in and out that fateful summer. Worked out fine. Just fine. How long have I been at this? I don't want to... Oh, we got one more bed. Okay, so one more... Well, that's just sunrise.
I think that you are the most fascinating character within this setup.
Not me.
You mean the futon one?
Oh, absolutely.
2 years from Gemini. Thank you very much. Tub. Whoops. Take that. Got a heavy trigger finger. Didn't have any 5-year resubs yet. So I'm guessing that's not until tomorrow, the 5th. I thought it was the 4th. I mean, for me, it was the 4th. Aren't there, like, good small hotels in the US? No? I mean, good and small usually means, like, specialty and expensive. Small and cheap is like Motel 6 and cockroaches and bloody mattresses. Sometimes both in the same room, if you're lucky. Yeah, but those like boutique hotels are going to be like $600 a night. Sounds like a winner. Only the finest that the Space Coast of Florida had to offer. One Kurt J. Mac in a desperate attempt to watch a space shuttle launch that failed, like all other attempts. Woof. Ooh, doggy. Oops, whoops, wandered onto the launch pad. So how come we're doing a live Twitch alerted webcam flop? We've been doing this, let's say, quasi frequently. We're pivoting to live. Yeah, these are the 0.5 episodes. I still upload them to YouTube, but they're not necessarily sequential in the episodic order of the standard Farlands or Bust series, let's call it. We're just making extra distance. We passed the floating point, the last floating point rollover during one. I was hoping it'd be the sort of thing that would, I don't know, get some donations, but I guess I don't really plug that as much as I should. It's not as eye-catching as your standard, like, this is a charity marathon. Stream times for when other games simply ceased to be. Yes. Man, I almost played No Man's Sky again, and then I remembered. But there's no fun in that game. No fun game is what that game is called. I did talk about, like, oh, I don't know, 8 months ago, like, oh, I wonder if it'd be fun to do a multiplayer Astroneer server. Like a dedicated server. And get, like, some of you lot to help, like, cut all the planets in half or something dumb or stupid. But as Kurt J. MacDo, he quickly just flat out forgot about that. Didn't even forget. I still remember it. I just gave up on it. I just set that down on the coffee table and then threw the coffee table in the trash. It's a boat. But it's just a mountain. It may look like a boat, but it's just a mountain. It looks like two boats. Did I? I still have it. So what? Should I... Okay, I've been live for 1 hour 11 minutes. I think I was downloading, or backing up the world for the first 10 or so minutes of the stream. So I think I have enough stability to do the one more elevated hidey hole. And then a full backup. It's all about the truck bugs now, yep. Those are a thing after we've discovered them. We've put them on the map. Although boat cars are huge in BeamNG Drive. I mean, I guess those are more like ship. Well, that's more of a ship than a boat. Never been on a duck. I grew up in the Midwest. Of course I have. At Wisconsin Dells. Before it was simply all about water park attractions. You're calling them bed bugs now? The truck bugs? I don't like that. Don't like that at all. That was the company's name? Bedbug? Really? Shows how much my memory serves me. In that it doesn't. Ooh, ow, stop doing that. Kurt Yon. What else? What else, my good friends, colleagues, associates, co-conspirators? Bean fridges. Have you seen Ad Astra? I have not. That's another one of those that isn't, like, easily available. Like, I don't even think you can, like, rent it on Amazon. Like, I don't think it's worth renting on Amazon, is from what I've heard. It's like one of those that's, like, only available with an HBO subscription or Showtime or something like that. What else? We wanted to watch the new Bill and Ted movie, but like when it first came out, it was like, rent it for $26. We're like, ha ha ha, that's funny. That's a good joke you're playing there. I don't know, maybe it was $18 or something like that. So it was like, oh, when you think about it, that's like less than the price of 2 movie theater tickets for a brand new movie. But oops. Renting movies? Don't you rent movies? Like it's like $3 on Amazon or whatever, and you watch it once and then you're done. Done that a few times. I ironically did that for one of the Star Trek movies that later became available with Amazon Prime after I'd already watched it. That's something I think the statute of limitations is lost. But I used to be an avid BitTorrenter. I think that's how I watched, like, the entirety of Mad Men. And, like, the earlier Top Gear seasons. Oh, and the Doctor Who's. That's how I got into Doctor Who. Like, being able to watch it before it becomes available in America. And I even got threatening emails from my ISP We've been informed that you have downloaded pirated illegal stuff or whatever. This is a warning. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, sure thing there, bub. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure that's how I got my totally legitimate copy of Sony Vegas Pro 911 or whatever. 911. Whatever I used for the first many years of YouTube. Secrets. Oh, LimeWire. LimeWire. Oh man, what was the torrent? Oh, they weren't like sites. They were like not archives either. Catalogs. Indexing. I think it was an indexing service. What was the torrent one? I know I used uTorrent. That was a program. A client, if you will. There's like a specific indexing service that I don't remember. I think I remember hearing that they got shut down or something like that. No, I mean, I know about Pirate Bay, but it wasn't Pirate Bay. It was a legitimate one. Demonoid? I think Demonoid. That sounds familiar. I'm in no way, shape, or form acknowledging or disavowing these services. I'm just saying words. Words can mean whatever you want. Anything and nothing. Is this guy on his own little block? Oh, it's 2 blocks. God, that's hard to look at. I think Demonoid sounds right. Gotta seed your torrents. Excuse me? TV torrents. Yeah, I mean, maybe I mean, it was something like video, movie, TV, or whatever it was for where I was getting the Doctor Who episodes. Like, now you're all using new hipstery terms and words that I'm not keen on. I don't... Kazaa! That's the other one. That's another one. Kazaa. Like, did somebody already mention Kazaa? I don't remember. Ah, Wolfie. The good old days of the internet when it was just about sharing data and files and not about sharing right-wing Nazi propaganda conspiracy theories. The good old days. Yeah, that's why UK Top Gear was only on the BBC iPlayer, and you couldn't get it outside of the UK. And then, like, you had to wait, like, a year and a half if Amazon was going to pick it up, or Netflix, or whatever. Same thing with the Doctor Who episodes. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of legitimate... Like, I think even still, like, Space Engine, if you're not buying it on Steam, or buying it, it's still free, right? Getting it on Steam, you can... Oh, what's happening here? Oh. Oh, this could... Oh, nope. I was gonna say, this could be a very interesting hidey hole, but then I heard zombies, so nope. Alright, I have chosen poorly. Ooh. That's dangerous. I'm not gonna make it in there. Right here. It's almost imperceptibly different from the end of the episode hidey hole at the last episode. Wolfie, you dang noodle. Sit! Sit! Dang it. Alright, here we go. A lovely cove. A cove star, you could call it. Ah. Alright. Let's secure it. .420 secure it. Let's do the things we do. So what meals did you choose, Cone Dodger? Now that I'm wrapping up and have no time to actually have a full conversation with you. From your HelloFresh gift. Or are you still deciding? It's gonna be a surprise. Doesn't even remember. Surprise, surprise. Meatloaf. The ones with the chicken. Ground chicken meatloaf. Speaking of loafs, this guy right here. This guy right here has got to go. So yeah, thank you for tuning in and watching. 96 viewers, nice. This has been Farlanger Bus Stream 2020 1204, number 807.5. And yeah. We're still here. He said with a voice that makes it seem like he may or may not be happy about that fact. Let's go to sleep. All right. 32,210.9 megabytes. Oh, I'm not recording. I'm streaming. And we didn't lose. We didn't lose the stream. So that's good. Beans Fridge McPoop House. Oh, we're going to forget that. It's just going to end up being Weenus again. That's very funny, Cone. I just got that image that you sent over Discord.